Alright, so this is the Wizard of Oz, and the main character, Dorothy, she gets put into this land of Oz, and she meets this good witch, Glinda, who gives her these ruby red slippers, and she sends her on this quest to find the Wizard of Oz, who will help Dorothy get home, which is her main goal, and along the way she gets captured by the Wicked Witch.
Which is more than you will. Rat you and your dog. You've been more trouble to me than you're worth, one way or another, but it'll soon be over now.
Okay, so the witch says she can't wait forever to get those shoes in reference to Dorothy's red slippers. In the original book by Frank L. Baum, the slippers were white, representing pureness and goodness and all the things that are good in the world. And this witch who has been lusting after these shoes, she has literally turned green with envy. And we see her black clothes, and these black clothes that the witch wears, they represent her mourning for not having these shoes, and her darkness and her wickedness inside. Okay, in this last scene, we saw a crystal ball, and this crystal ball represents Dorothy's desires. We see that she wants to get home to her aunt, and we see the witch here, the only thing standing between Dorothy and getting home, and she is sitting here mocking her and all of her desires. In the last scene, I also forgot to mention that there was a red hourglass filled with sand, and red is the color of passion, and this passion that the witch has to get these shoes has consumed her, like, all of her goodness, and we see Dorothy sitting up in this tower locked, watching her life trickle away in front of her in this hourglass.
Going so soon? I wouldn't hear of it. Why, my little party's just beginning.
Not like mice, rats.
That's right. Don't hurt them right away. We'll let them think about it a little first.
Alright, so there we saw the witch running with her broomstick. Her broomstick represents her main source of power, which is flying. Without it, she can't fly, so therefore without it, she is not who she is. So without this broom, the Wicked Witch is not the Wicked Witch. So here we see Dorothy and her friends running through this castle that's almost Victorian in style, with these guards that are like the Royal Guard in England. So like the Royal Guards in England, whose main focus is loyalty and that's their job, these guards share the same intentions and thoughts as their service to the witch, and they must be of service to her no matter how they feel.
Wow! The last to go. We'll see the first three go before her.
So here we see the witch talking in riddles, and this represents her intelligence, how long she's been here, how long she's been lusting for these shoes. She has a lot of knowledge on past literatures and different rhymes and stuff that she can use to employ on these people to get her shoes.
And your mangy little dog, too.
So here we see the witch catches her broomstick on fire. And as I mentioned earlier, this broomstick is what makes her who she is. So she's essentially destroying herself and who she is inside just for this item that she wants.
You cursed brat! Look what you've done! I'm melting! Melting! Oh, what a world! What a world! Who would have thought of such a girl like you?
So the witch mentioned, who would have thought a good little girl like Dorothy, someone who's innocent and pure, could destroy her beautiful wickedness. Dorothy takes this water that represents pureness, and she puts it on the scarecrow to let out his fire, with good intentions of just putting out his fire, but she catches the witch, and the witch starts melting. We see the water that is pure destroys the wickedness that is in the witch, and the one thing that she wants, the shoes that are on Dorothy, the good Dorothy, essentially and overall destroys the witch and her intentions.